Hi there, my name is Alan Lamont. This video is about Joe Biden and Barack Obama. Now, Joe Biden is the real president of the United States. He has been trained by the Jesuits for decades, and Obama is a figurehead. That's all he is. Now, the power structure is that today there are two black popes. You have Count Peter Hans van Kolvenbach and you have Adolfo Nicholas. They are the two Jesuit generals, the two superior Jesuit generals, the black popes. And they control the Vatican, and they control Pope Francis, and they control Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a Jesuit, under oath to the Society of Jesus. Now, what people need to understand is that Barack Obama is controlled by the Jesuits of Rome. And the Jesuit order are an order of infiltration. They destroy from within. This is what happens. And you know when the Jesuits have complete control, because they bring out their Jesuit trained alumni presidents and they put them out front. We see that with Bill Clinton, who graduated from Jesuit Georgetown University. Georgetown is the most powerful Jesuit university in the United States of America. And they are the great educators. They are the ones that educate everyone at the highest positions in politics, whether it be Ron Paul, that's why he goes to Georgetown, whether it be the Kennedy bloodline. Lyndon B. Johnson graduated from Jesuit Georgetown University with a law degree. But you'll find that even in Barack Obama's government, they're all high-level Jesuits. Obama's presidential cabinet and his team of advisors are men who have all graduated from Xavier Jesuit University, St. Ignatius College, College of the Holy Cross, Notre Dame. In fact, Barack Obama has a Jesuit doctorate degree from Jesuit Notre Dame University. That's why Obama has appointed to his inner circle of advisors men who are graduated from Jesuit universities. It's plain to see. But the Jesuits are coming out in the open now and showing the power they have, because they know that the vast majority of people on this planet have no revelation. And even in those in the so-called alternative media, all they do is just chase their own tail. All they do is just chase one conspiracy theory and then they move on to another conspiracy theory, never knowing the true power that controls the world. The Jesuits, listen, they're not merely priests of a religious order. They're a military order, but they will also be editors, they will be bankers, they will be politicians, they will work in intelligence. They will put on whatever mask they need to put on. So they don't just walk around in black robes. They will be a Protestant among Protestants, they will be a Democrat amongst Democrats, they will be a Republican amongst Republicans, they will be whoever they need to be. They will be a Knight of Columbus, a Knight of Malta. They will create whatever organisation or foundation they need to hide behind and use as cover. But now they're no longer hiding behind any front organisations. Now, Barack Obama worked for the Ford Foundation, which was created by Jesuit priest Gamaliel. The Gamaliel Foundation, for which Barry Davis Obama worked alongside, as I've said, it was a Jesuit organisation. And this Jesuit was the executive director. His name is Greg Galazio. and he was a Jesuit priest. So therefore Obama has always been under the control of the Jesuits of Rome. And Joe Biden is not his vice president. In fact, it's the other way around. Joe Biden is the one in control of the United States government. But you see that Biden and Obama have Jesuit connections. But Joe Biden is the one with the real power. Joe Biden actually has Jesuit alumni degrees, and also Joe Biden's son was Jesuit trained at Georgetown University and is paid to lobby for the Jesuit University of Scranton. Joe Biden was also given an honorary Jesuit degree from the Jesuit University of Scranton in 1979, and also from the Jesuit Order St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia, and that was in 1981. The true controllers today of what people call the Illuminati or the New World Order and the Council on Foreign Relations is the Jesuits of Rome. They also control Skull and Bones. They control the Bilderberg. They control the Club of Rome. They control all the Vatican knighthoods. But you see, all that people can see is the organisations. They never look above them to the power that really governs. That's why people get diverted so much by Jew New World Order, the Jews rule nothing. All of these people that have been ruling the American government, like J. Edgar Hoover, he graduated with a Jesuit alumni degree. You'll find that. You'll find that every head of the Central Intelligence Agency were all Knights of Malta. Adam Weishaupt himself, who created the Bavarian Illuminati, he was a Jesuit priest. Adolf Hitler was trained by the Jesuits and put into power by the Knights of Malta. And here we have Pope Francis today, who was a high Jesuit provincial governing, secretly, covertly, of course, the entire Argentinian government and the whole region of South America. But this is not just America or the Vatican, it's the United Nations. I'll bring out information again for people that really are searching for the truth. If you look at France, the French president graduated from a Jesuit university called the HEC. He's Jesuit trained. Van Rompuy, the president of the United Nations, graduated with Jesuit honorary alumni degrees. The Jesuits are coming out in the open now. They don't need to hide behind front organisations. They're showing the power they have. And that's why it's important to continually bring out this information to people, that the Jesuits are in control. The Vatican controls all governments, and according to Revelation 17, the kings of the earth give their kingdom unto the beast. That's the 10 horns. And these will hate the whore and burn her with fire. And that's what's going to happen next. The New World Order will not just be about enforcing a mark upon people. It's a lot more sinister than that. See, before that begins, as in before that papal inquisition begins, they're going to destroy the Vatican. That's why that revelation is buried into the St. Malachi prophecy, where it talks about the destruction of Rome. Now, we don't base what we believe on a prophecy, but that was written by the Jesuits. Same with the Fatima prophecy. The beast is rising. The beast has been buried into the papacy for generations. It ceased to be the Catholic Church generations ago, but it's always been drunk on the blood of the saints. It's always been an antichrist organisation. It's always been a corporation. It's never been a church. But the beast, as in the Jesuits of Rome, they destroyed the power of the popes of Rome. But the reason why they've never destroyed the Vatican yet is because they've needed to use the infallibility of the Pope and his temporal power to control the Catholic sovereigns, the governments, the monarchies all across the earth. That they created the Illuminati to infiltrate and overthrow governments, and once they have complete control of the world, absolute control, that's when the Jesuit Pope would be brought forth. This is known within the Jesuit order, at the highest levels of the Jesuit Curia. The Jesuit High Council, they know this. This is more significant than you know. Pope Francis coming forth as a High Jesuit Provincial is a sign. They're going to destroy the Vatican now, because they don't need the Vatican anymore. And Joe Biden comes along immediately afterwards and says we need to create a new world order. They're going to bring a papal inquisition, but let me end with this. What we're going to see established at the Temple Mount at Jerusalem is a Luciferian, Babylonian, one world religion. At that point the Vatican will be destroyed and the Black Pope will arise. I'll tell you now, the truth is this, the true hidden conspiracy, and you never hear this mentioned, is that it is the Black Pope who will be the man of sin, the Antichrist. Not Pope Francis, and not a Pope of Rome. It will be the Black Pope, the Jesuit general, for he already controls all governments, he already controls the 10 kings, he already controls the ecumenical movement, the World Council of Churches, High Masonry, Vatican knighthoods. This whole NWO, this New World Order, is ruled by the Jesuit general. And of course, he works through his White Pope. And now we have a Jesuit Provincial as the White Pope, signifying that it's time for the Black Pope to destroy the papacy and then create his Luciferian Babylonian religion at the Temple Mount, exalting himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he, the Black Pope, the Jesuit general, will sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. He will stop the daily sacrifices and cause the oblations to cease. This is what's going to happen in the future. This is what will take place. If you look at every politician today that rules a government, a president, a prime minister, a head of state, yes, they all come to the White Pope. Yes, they all come to Pope Francis. Yes, they all come to show subordination to the Jesuit order. But all you have to do is find out whether we're educated, and you'll find out that they are Jesuit alumni, as in they are Jesuit educated. And people are coming away from all of the agents online. It's up, you know. People know the truth now. People have been in this anti-Vatican movement for many, many years now and know the truth. And those agents like Taxi Mars who say the Jews rule, you know, honestly, people have moved away from him. They've moved away from Alex Jones. I'm talking about people that really do research the truth. They're moving away from the agents like David Icke and Jordan Maxwell and Thomas Horn, and the list is endless, isn't it? The Jesuits have the power. That can be proven. That's a fact. All you have to do is look at these politicians and find out they all come from Jesuit universities. They're going to destroy the Vatican out in the open, but they've already done it covertly generations ago. The Black Pope is the most powerful man on earth today. He is the superior Jesuit general. Every general since the time of an Ignatius Loyola, they have all been pioneers of the Antichrist. And this is what will happen according to the book of Revelation. Final conclusion. According to the word of God in Revelation 17, the 10 horns give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. This is what's taking place today. This is why you have the 10 horns. They rule 1 hour with the beast. They rule during the Great Tribulation period. And that's why the beast is the Jesuit general, for he commands the army of Loyola, and every president, every head of state, every ruler upon the earth is under the power of the beast, the Black Pope. My name is Alan Lamont. Thank you for listening, and as always, all roads lead to Rome.